How we doing tonight, folks? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in. We're starting a playthrough of a new game tonight. Perhaps a playthrough. We're starting a new game tonight. We'll see if we want to continue with it after the session's done and the subs vote on it. So, for people that aren't familiar with what I've been doing with variety stuff, for a $50 donation plus the cost of whatever game you're submitting, if it's a game I'm okay with playing, it'll get on the schedule. I'm planning to play 2 new games each week. And then at the end of each week, all of my Twitch subs are going to get to cast a vote ranking their games that we've been playing from favorite to least favorite. And then the following week, we will continue playthroughs of 4 of the games we've been playing previously, as well as trying 2 new things. So kind of give us a good amount of variety and let the subs kind of dictate the direction of the content along with the people that support. I feel like I should give a warning before we play this. This game's rated, it's rated M, and the story's a bit darker than some of the other games that we've done in the past. When you load the game up initially, there's also a user warning about depictions of psychosis that might, and it mentions that the game might be troubling for people that experience psychosis in real life, so I feel like I should put a warning for that at the start of the stream / YouTube segment this is going to turn into later. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this and see how it goes. Planning to play for at least a couple hours, maybe a few tonight. Let's start Hellblade, huh? Okay, that's good to know, Big F Monster. Single playthrough is about 6 to 7 hours. Yeah, and not every game will be like Breath of the Wild long, right?
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
Is the volume good for the game volume against my voice?
It's for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you came.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's there. They're here.
Can you see them? They can see you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching?
The voices are hella creepy.
Watching her. You're so
Very movie-esque lead-in.
Can you feel it?
I love the level of storytelling games like this have gotten to for the last little bit.
What is she thinking?
Truly fantastic pieces of artwork.
I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
There is where I take over.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Well, that's really sad. Apparently this game doesn't work with my controller. I thought it worked with the controller. I was going to play with the controller, but I guess we're gonna do keyboard and mouse now. Is there a... This game really needs a controller. I knew I should have just gone with my instincts. So I installed this I'm using the Xbox Game Pass right now because it was available on here, and it was $1 to get the free trial, but it was $1 for the trial. But apparently this doesn't support the controller like Steam does. So like my controller stick is moving this up, down, all around right now, Wait, maybe if I toggle these to... Nope. Setting them to arrow keys doesn't appear to work. So I can... Yeah, so both the sticks are rotating the camera. And none of the buttons appear to do anything, but W, A, S, and D work. I had intended to use my Pro Controller like we've been doing for most things. I guess the Xbox Game Pass isn't going to work. I guess I had incorrectly assumed, apparently, that the controller support for Windows was built into the operating system, but apparently it's built into Steam. Because Steam says this has full controller support, and this apparently does not. There's no option in these controls for under the controls here for I mean, Windows recognizes my controller. Like, if I'm pushing things on the controller, it goes up and down here right now, but however this is mapped, it doesn't give, the game itself doesn't give me an option to map the stick. Middle mouse, it's detecting everything on my D-pad here is middle mouse button. That's what I get for trying to, that's what I get for trying to do. Is there another option to enable gamepad in setting? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, I'm gonna do a Google search really quick. Alright, we'll just play it with the keyboard, I guess. That's frustrating. My hands are gonna be sore by the end of the night.
Clearly.
Focus, Senua.
Focus. Focus and you'll see.
What happens if you focus?
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Just very, very nonchalant. Walking through things. Just casual corpses everywhere.
They're coming. You can't do this. They're coming now. They're coming. I'm just scared.
Darkness is coming. It yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
there a run button? Run, left shift, melee attack F, left control, evade, spacebar.
Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
I'm using the hardware USB adapter Brinkwater and it doesn't work for reference.
Which lies the
I don't have
halls
it
of
connected
hell.
via Bluetooth. I have it plugged in via the USB connector, so that's not the issue.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you?
Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It's worked fine with all of the Steam games I've played. Apparently it just doesn't work with the Xbox Game Pass.
He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about it.
Lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim.
They're called
And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely work. Steam has drivers to make it work with Steam games. You just can't launch Xbox Game Pass games through Steam.
Why is she
Yeah, so I installed this using the Xbox Game Pass, which apparently doesn't have controller support.
him? She wants to rescue
And you can't launch those games the way they're installed with that through Steam.
but his soul is in Helheim. His
Really, but I actually think I think the animation's pretty reasonable.
save his soul. She wants
I feel like it's a little bit better than Horizon Zero Dawn is.
to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save
You can, but it's kind of a process. All the Google searches I found didn't actually work Boo Shoes. I did a couple of searches and none of them worked in 2020. There was a tool that said it worked and it didn't work anymore.
That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Another one of those things, and there's some stairs.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
She wants to climb up there. She has to go. Senua, what's up there?
Focus, block, evade. Yeah, click. Right click. Zoom in. How do I climb? That's the focus button. Nope, spacebar's not it. Oh, F. F is interact. Alright, let's swap that real quick.
That's the way.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see maybe there's drivers I can download that, like, Steam just doesn't need for whatever reason. I'm still not used to this inferior operating system.
You don't know where you're going. Turn around. Just drop down. Is she going down? What's down there? Do you know where you are? Where are we? Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
The sound design in this game is really something. She has Twitch chat playing in her head. Yep, basically.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you? It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye.
Thanks,
Find
Beatsy.
one like it to open the gate.
So we gotta look for this symbol to open the gate. Am I supposed to find it on the door itself or the surrounding terrain? It's in the terrain. Okay. Oh. So I assume it's in here where All the things are glowing. It's like they're all pointing over here. I like how they keep telling you to give up. Is that it?
It's near. Focus. You will find it. Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
Alright, the gate changed colors.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My
Does,
people
does that fix say I need to reboot my computer for it to work, Beansy? Or can I just install the thing?
and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Oh, the narrow wooden beam with the waterfall pouring over it. This ends well, I bet.
I guess it's the
Her
same.
confidence is just stunning.
You can stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near. Waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
I'm gonna take a hot second and see if Beansy's thing lets my controller work. Pause. Pause for 60 seconds. God bless GitHub, huh? They have programs that make your computer think it's a Xbox controller. That's funny. Alright, I'm just not going to worry about it. Running that application made it crash. Is this other one? It's a different link, or does it go to the same place? Yeah, I'll have to touch with this later. We'll just slog through the keyboard tonight.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her.
Evening,
bloodline,
Dwight.
bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Deep down we go, chat.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. Took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Oh, we're playing again. Okay, got it. That is. Alright, what are our controls? Alright, strafe, dodge, block is left control. Okay. Whoa, that is all right. Did we lose?
A vision
Excuse me?
of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason.
Alrighty.
It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
If the rot reaches her head, progress will be lost. Alright, so that's like our health total is how far the rot gets.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
Evening, Fabricator.
Now at least she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Who will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know.
She's going to die. Uh-oh.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike it. She finished him. They surrounded you. Strong enough.
Do I have a life total on screen somewhere that I'm missing? Or is that not a thing?
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
What's that sound? Are they screaming?
We gotta look in the shadows for these symbols. And when they start appearing in the air, they're getting close.
Screams will help you. Screams.
That's pleasant.
Focus.
Oh, they're not next to each other. We have to find them one at a time. Okay. So we found the H. The H was made up of these two, so it wasn't even shadows this time. Okay. So then we have to find this tree-looking symbol.
Screams will help you. Screams.
Do you have to like look at these through something else? There's some Y's back there. Maybe if we look up at them from the ground.
What's that sound? Are they screaming?
There's a Y looking thing right there.
The phones.
The path to Hellhand is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave.
I'm not used to that for major titles. Well, the game just crashed. So let's find out where it's saved from, I guess. Is this considered a AAA game? Does anybody know? Who's the producer of this one? Is this a small company? Or is this a bigger team? There's the warning I was talking about at the beginning. It is a small company. Okay. And I'm more forgiving if it's a small company. All right, we just had an autosave. Not a big deal. No spilled milk. It seems to autosave pretty frequently. The little spinner lower right when it autosaves. This game was successful. They've gotten bigger. That's good to hear. There's so many great games out there. Someone else asked me how my Magic Break was going, and Magic Break has really made me appreciate how many good games there are out there, especially in proportion to how much money they cost. Like, the amount of money a game like this costs compared to how much it costs to play Magic Arena is just like, it's kind of comical and really puts into perspective Arena's nature. I'll drink a little bit of water here before we walk down into the fighty pit.
They can see you. Finish this. End it now. End it.
Need to get the dodges and parries down better so we stop getting hit as much. Oh gosh, it's brutal. Oh god, there's multiple. So I assume we're almost dead at this point.
Get up quickly. Get up. Watch out.
Could I have gotten up there, or were we just down? Once we get down? How do we get up? Do I have to press the action button? Dodge to get up. Alright. There's definitely been actual zero input on how the controls work in this game. Like, there was actual no tutorial. Which is something that felt a little strange. Like, usually there's at least a little something like, hey, this is how combat works. They kind of just threw you into it. I like how you just, like, come at me. Alright, you have been... Consider yourself come at. Yeah. Yeah, what? Come here.
He can read. This hurt, this He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him.
The game really wants you to be 100% in the story, so no tutorial is a big choice. Yeah, it felt like that was the decision.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's there. There it is. Focus. Something else.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared.
It was everywhere.
The pyre.
Cert.
Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth. Cert. Find your own.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to
Hey,
find
thanks
it.
for taking part in the democratic process, Labrays. Good evening. Glad you were safe about it.
Cert
Is waiting.
She can't get through. Find him.
The pyre.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
I got my
Far.
mail-in ballot the other day.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate. Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn. Then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Alright, well, we can't climb up the walls in this game. Like, we climb up the rocks. Nope. There's the fire sacrifice. How do we get up there? Game without scalable terrain, yep. Where's my link powers, chat? I need to be able to scale the wall like a little climber monkey. Yeah, I can't just walk up this way. There's a rope here. there's a path over here. Man, it's gonna be a long run back with everything on fire, huh?
The Northmen made fire sacrifices.
Oh, I guess we can jump down?
Like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Okay, away we go. Did I do something last time? Thought I just walked up to it and focused on it, but that's not doing it. I had the angle wrong. There we go. Holy crap. What's going on, Rufia? Good evening.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
I am alone. It's not true. We have our trusty sword. Oh, good, another one.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Oh, do we have to get through here? I guess we gotta look for these symbols.
Northmen of hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
So there's an R. The R-looking thing is around here somewhere. It can be combinations of different pieces of wood lining up, or shadows. door. Fire on the ground. Got it. You gotta find this other, like, M with a cross looking thing. Cross, 2 triangles. If you look hard enough, you could find symbols anywhere. Okay, there's... almost... Maybe I look at this from the other side. We're gonna get a feel for this. Okay. Neat puzzles. Where they're utilizing all sorts of scenery to get you to find the things. It's a neat take. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, right object from the wrong angle is, and the fact that, like, the angles matter for figuring out is really neat. Alright, it's a straight shot back, so... Well, it was a straight shot back. Do I just lose when it gets all the way up? Do we just straight up lose? This was all burning last time, right? So, like, I couldn't run through here. I need to, like, plan a path out. This looks like it should be clear straight through. Did it maybe make it easier? Because I died? Did some of it burn off, perhaps? Does it want me to go left through here? It kind of looks like it wants us to go left through this way, right? And then maybe we go through the building and come out this way. This is all pretty clear, and then it's just a straight shot up. Is there a time limit? I don't know. I feel like there might be because of all the smoke. And you stumble around and stuff. Let's find out.
You have to run now, please run now, run now, run, tell me.
Mari Ga, thank you for the 41 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I definitely gotta go left. For fuck's sake. Hey, Mari, I'm glad you're enjoying the Runeterra stuff. I am too. Super excited for the new set tomorrow. Fucking kidding me?
It's nearly over.
Ah, shit. Get up! Get up! No, damn it! Ugh. I died a lot to this fight. That's tough. To complete my thought from a second ago, tomorrow night is going to be Runeterra because the patch goes live at like noon central. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to be playing some more Hades on stream. I need to be more conscious of the direction in which I'm pushing the enemies in that instance because I got too close to the fire and then I couldn't maneuver around them. This game is incredibly stressful. I agree. That is an apt take. It is a very intense setting. I don't know what that is, Crazy Duck. Have a good one, Spencer. Thanks for dropping in. I wasn't expecting combat to be mixed in when we got out here.
He's stronger than you.
The maneuvering so you keep multiple of them in front of you is a little tough too.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Hey, sunny skies, chat. Oh, more corpses. Got it. We had blue skies for a brief minute there. If you're interested in submitting something, Crazy Duck, can you do me a flavor and use the form on the site? This helps me stay organized. Appreciate it. Oh crap, there's 3 symbols?
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance.
I guess I don't have red symbols around my face, so it's probably not there.
Ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
This game is only $30? Yes. I'm also playing it using the Xbox Game Pass, which was only $1 to set up for a month. It's kind of like a Netflix game subscription type thing. And it works. Seems to work well, other than the fact that my Switch controller didn't work out the box, but hopefully I'll fix that before we do this again. This is the P. Is it like over here maybe? Like looking through here? There's so many different things we could be looking at from up here because it put us up top. Evening is in Toth. It's going well. Game is very intense. The warning at the start of it was a warning for a reason. There is a warning of depictions of psychosis, with a warning that it could be triggering for people that have such afflictions in real life. The estimated length on gameplay you get. Someone in chat said it's like 6 to 7 hours unassisted usually. I'm kind of a slow learner, so probably closer to 8 for me. Like here, like where is this piece? So we're looking for, see this symbol that's flashing in the air? This symbol is around here somewhere, made out of, is this it right here? That kind of looks like it. Do I have the right angle here? Yeah, you gotta get it just the right angle. Okay, so we found one of the symbols. Like the symbols, and like you can get them. You see there's 2 left now. You can get them from the right angle. Yeah, technically ruins, right? Yeah, it's really interesting use of, it's a Nordic rune, the language of magic. Okay, yeah, it's a really interesting use of, you have to use the landscape in the puzzles, and like, you can kind of find like, okay, this landscape piece kind of looks like part of it, and then you like have to pivot around trying to find the other bits that it lines up into. So you can see here we have a different P and then 2 sticks crossed, and when you get into an area that's approximate, the runes float around you, so you can start really, you gotta move around the area until you find the red runes that flash in the air. Okay, so like now, like, okay, is this it here? You can see, yeah, this kind of lines up into this. Yeah. Okay, 1 left. And then once we find all three, the gate will open, so we'll spotted the runes. Story time.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Bunch of museums at Denmark where they had a bunch of old runestones. Very cool. The sequel is going to be one of the early next-gen games. The trailer looked amazing. Sweet. Yeah, I mentioned I have a PS5 on pre-order, so... assuming Variety stuff is okay feedback from subs at the end of the month, I'm planning to take Variety submissions on that as well. And just explore some titles that I would like to explore too. Although a lot of Variety submissions have been good so far. Like, this is a game I probably never would have found that's been stellar. I'd never heard of this before someone sent it in.
It's the secret.
Is this it? This kind of looks like the opposite of it, right? Like it's backwards. Is it casting a shadow? Do I need to go outside? Can I go around? Okay. Okay. And then those runes open the gate, and there should be a fire sacrifice on the other side that we have to activate and then run back through. So that opens, this gate with the yellow symbol opens to a fire sacrifice. Now the question is, once everything starts burning, are we going to be able to run through where this bridge is here, or is this about to fall down on our head and jack us up?
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you. Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep going! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run!
Oh no, it didn't stop. Oh, are we there? I think we're at the fire god, chat.
Don't. She's dying.
It's him. It's him.
Is this another we're seeing the future?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn have both been very good so far, Terminator. Been playing those on Saturday and Sunday nights.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt. Take his mark, and I will change you from the world and forever be in your debt.
Well, shit.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Oh, God. Look at that. We didn't even die in that set. That's exciting. What's going on, V-Ball? Good evening. Man, my hands are going to be sore in the morning.
A greater battle takes its place.
The keyboard and mouse are a lot more brutal than the
So
noob
it
stick,
goes.
chat.
Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you.
We're diving into hell to retrieve our husband, I believe.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you
in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Is there a way out? Or do I go back the way we came in?
Druth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
The story is where a girl who was crazy but met her husband and he kept us sane, but our village was attacked by Vikings, so we're on a trip to the Nordic Hellemere because they stole our husband's soul in order to bring him back from the dead. A tale as old as time. Yeah, I mean, the game is definitely good looking.
It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply...
What are we carrying? We have a sword and our husband's skull, I believe, is the thing on her belt there next to that, the coconut-shaped thing. I believe that is the skull of our dead husband.
A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again.
So to open the door to Hades, we had to kill 2 different gods. That was the first of the gods we had to kill.
You can be sure of that.
That was the god of fire, so you have to kill the god of illusion next. That door is a different color, so we gotta go in. God damn it. Oh, this is a different enemy. Don't you parry me or dodge. Ah! Oh, yeah. Oh, when the focus thing comes up inside of combat, we go slow-mo. Got it. That's not just a feature with the god. It's... You turd.
Finish this! Finish this! Finish him! He's gone! Yes, Senua! They're over!
So you gotta try and dodge to keep them all in front of you because you don't want to get surrounded, and then you can slow-mo on occasion to kind of walk through them. Okay, got it.
You can do it! You're close!
Man, the combat in this game is fucking intense. And the voices giving you heads up when they're behind you is something. Good golly. Oh, God. I missed that he was spawning. They've got shields now, too. more openings on their shields as well now. Gotta like parry when he comes in. Woo. The shields are.
She's only done one test.
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
There must be. The gate won't open.
Druth said Valravan.
For shields, you just stagger them with melee attack. Yeah, seems like it.
Ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Alright, yeah, 50% of the way into Helheim.
Ymir
Story
was a
time.
frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Yeah, the sound design in this game, like, we played a lot of games that have a good sound design recently, but the design in this is very unique in the way it's utilized in the game.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that?
It's a door. Push it. Push it. Push it. Come on. Come on. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Okay, that's clever. So if we walk through here, I assume the door is open.
Something is different. It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Watching this makes me anxious. It's not a game for the light of heart. It's definitely
However hard she tried.
definitely the most stressed I've felt playing a single player game in a long time. Kind of in a good way. It's definitely an anxious stress. Wondering when the next combat's gonna pop out too. Definitely not a game to play in the dark. Yeah, the person that submitted it was like, don't make sure your kids aren't in the room when you play. So we locked the office door for this one.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it.
I mean, the game's rated M for a reason. I need to remember to check readings when the kids, because the kids usually don't go to bed until like 8 o'clock, and I've been starting at 7, so. Yeah, what of it?
It's nearly over. Finish it. Don't let them get behind you. Keep them in sight. We're winning. He's finished.
God, the slow-mo is so good. Man, I really appreciated the combat in Horizon Zero Dawn, but the melee combat in this is something else. It's really good. Yeah, being able to, the headphones especially, if you're not watching with headphones, being able to hear things behind me as well as left to right to like know which way we're supposed to dodge to keep them in front of us is something is really slick. The first couple of combats where there were multiple of them did not go well, but once I got down the hang of being able to pivot to keep them in front of us, it goes a long way towards making it easier. Yeah, game's been sweet, Jason. The puzzles are super unique. I like the take on puzzles that they've had. They've had a few different ones between the rune symbols and opening the different doors have been good. And the combat's been super satisfying too.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much has changed.
Align the ravens. Or do I gotta climb up? Seen a person do a blind playthrough. Oh, like literal blind, like no, like they can't actually see what's going on. That's intense.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Do I need? I feel like I need to walk around to get up there. There's a walkway over here. Oh, this way. Yeah, there we go. I was saying, I must be missing something. Welcome to the stream, Top Deck One Time.
Something here shifted. Can you feel it?
I'm not playing with the controller because it wouldn't work with my Pro controller. I'm gonna try and get it working for next time, so I'm currently keyboard and mousing it. It's gonna make my hands pretty sore by the end of the session, but it's functional.
Do you feel it too? It's like
Evening 49er,
passing
welcome to a
into
variety
another
segment.
world.
If you're one of my regulars who hasn't seen the variety stuff before, I'm doing variety stuff 6 nights a week during October, Tuesday through Sunday, taking Monday nights off. Been doing a lot of role-playing games and puzzle games and random other action games like this. We're trying 2 new games per week and continuing playthroughs of 4 previous games that we've been enjoying. I've been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild, or some of the longer playthroughs we've got going on. We just finished Portal 2. In addition to this game, we started Psychonauts. That was very good. We're probably going to finish that next week. I let subs vote every week on which games we get to bring back.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
There have been a bunch of great variety games. You're not wrong. Taking some time off of Magic definitely made me appreciate how many great regular video games there are out there.
Can't you see them? Shepherds?
Definitely true pieces of art.
Line up the ravens. Shh.
I hear something.
If you hear the song,
I am not using Linux for my primary stream. Are you getting more Geist Muffin? No.
but be aware of his illusions. You can't
We actually haven't done a second set of 5D chess, but I'm gonna put it on the vote this week for subs to vote for. So for sub who wants to see more 5D chess, that'll be an option to vote for on the poll on Friday. Fuck is that growling?
The song. Valravan song. Listen. Focus.
Get through there. Gosh, this area is trippy.
Challenge me.
He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? Where is he? It's not your fault.
The illusion doors are really slick. What an impressive, just really impressive game design on this all around.
Fight! common, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Druth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. She can get up. Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Valravan. Tricking her. Valravan. How can she get up? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. Valravan's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own.
Blair Witchy. Yeah, it's got a Blair.
It's an illusion.
The big creeps feel. It's an October appropriate game for sure. Aeonius, thank you for the 15 months of Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I wouldn't be here without folks like you. This game was peddled as an action RPG, but it's actually survival horror. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could probably classify it as a role-playing game. I don't know, you're assuming this role, the role of this character. I think you could classify this as a role-playing game. Like, I think a lot of people view RPGs strictly as a game where, like, you create your own character, but you're definitely, like, assuming the role of this, the Senua in this game. Getting the angle right is difficult sometimes. Like, it's definitely not a hack and slash. The combat is, like, Horizon Zero Dawn had taken my... Horizon Zero Dawn before this had been my favorite combat of any game, but I think... Yeah, I think, like, Diablo and Path to Exile, those are more hack and slash things. That's true. Yeah, survival games, usually you run and hide. There isn't running and hiding in this game. You have to fight through it, so I think Leecher's right that survival doesn't fit the classification either.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within.
Dark fantasy action adventure.
A reminder that just
Yeah, it sounds like a fine classification.
it doesn't mean that it's not.
Oh yeah, I would.
There's always another route.
Find a way somewhere.
Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Oh shit. Fucking A. Alright, let's fuck up the shield guy while we're on real slow mode. He's gotta go. Ugh.
Be ready. close.
Oh, yeah! Get him!
Winning.
Can you kick to get through the shield? It depends on where they're at exactly with their balance. I do have to say I do love that the character automatically draws weapon and puts weapon away when combat starts and stops, as opposed to like constantly having to be on guard, so you can like solve puzzles and move through terrain when you need to worry about that, and like have a very clear indicator of when you're supposed to be fighting and be on guard. I like that distinction a lot. Yeah, this is definitely going to be on the replay survey, Beansy. I agree. It's been great.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his.
It's so great, Punchworthy. It's been a good change of pace.
And his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows.
I never really got too far into single-player games, aside from, like, Morrowind growing up. My friend group, we played, like, Guild Wars and Counter-Strike Source were the games that we played. And, like, obviously I've played stuff with the kids. Did I weigh in on Jim Davis's pizza trend? I'm not sure what that is. I haven't been spending too much time on Twitter. I removed Twitter from my work computer and my cell phone to reduce the amount of time I spend doom scrolling on it. So, like, if I want to tweet about something, I have to, like, go to a computer in another room. Social media is a plague on your mental health, chat.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind?
You can quit it, I promise. Or at least take a step back. Yeah, I need it somewhat for my job, but like putting it in a place where I have to exert effort to tweet from or to look at the timeline was a good decision.
Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones.
I haven't had Facebook in almost 2 years. It's great.
Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Exile makes sense when you realize you were never really home in the first place. Alright, so we've got one of these here. What is this game about? It is a... the Vorthos is you are a character descending into hell to restore life to her dead husband. And there's a psychosis element to it. Your characters hearing voices and stuff that are helpful on occasion. We need to align the ravens. Who?
It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No.
If you're not listening with headphones, the sounds are on all different sides right now.
It's magic. It's magic.
So we have to figure out how to line up.
The forest.
Which forest? Comes from the rain.
Wilds.
She went to the wilds a long time. Why did she go to the wilds?
You see how we went through there and the bridge went up here?
She thought she could beat her own dog.
Did she beat the dog?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness.
Yeah, being a content creator or influencer like I am, having a follower count on Twitter makes me more valuable to people that want me to promote their stuff or pay me to play games or stuff like that.
She thought she could
So if you don't follow me on Twitter, even if you don't use your account, you want to give me an inflated boost of a follow, I appreciate you. I post random stuff about games and progressive politics and my kids on occasion, but yay metrics that people measure. So we have to try and find 3 of these that line up, or is it just 2? And they have to line up into the door, right? Oh, is that it? We gotta get it right the angle, we gotta move forward here. Yeah, it's been really good, Beard Hug. I hadn't heard of this before, but it's been stellar, for sure. Is there a way to be up higher from behind? Maybe we have to be up here?
The ravens. They've gone.
They've gone.
No, half of them have gone.
They've gone.
Some are still there.
But where? Some of them
No, ravens.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet.
Out in the wilds. In cold winter woods.
Where have they gone?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
I think you have to remove all the fakes first. Oh. So I have to find all the other gates and get rid of them. Evening Sail Bit, thanks for dropping in. There's a bridge, okay.
Open it.
She has to.
Not from this side.
What a rude voice in our head. Yup. We found a story time in the background.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink. And at last, he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind, and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Yeah, this game supports VR. There's another door up over here we could look through. Can I not drop down? The control over what terrain you can jump down and over is feels a little inconsistent. Small complaint. Some of the terrain's like, you could definitely clear that. What is this changing? This is where we came in at, right? What's going on, Smurfy kids? Life is going swell, Smurfy. You know, global pandemic aside. Aside from the whole plague thing. I mean, we kind of found him in the middle, right? It just couldn't get it to line up. Yeah, so we came through the middle. I can't go up that way. Okay, so we hadn't done this yet. So, like, these are it, I'm certain. Alright, I literally just didn't have the angle right earlier. Okay. I'm marginally annoyed, but not the end of the world. That's fine. We found the extra story point.
Yet, we'll know at her, biding its time.
I mean, Biden's the first president to put money into Texas ad buys in a long time. So, here's hoping.
Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Have a good night, Kansrate. Thanks for dropping in. Is your special power beer goggles? Kinda, yeah. Only you're crazy instead of drunk. Take a sip of the old water. Feels like a combat area coming up.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Fire is trippy too.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies...
You're a moderate. That makes you a dirty, filthy leftist, right?
His father
Bleeding heart
burned to
liberal.
death, but his
Like
brother was
Biden.
killed.
Radical left? Is that what Trump calls Biden, the radical left? Hey, DRockQ8, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Hopelandia. Thanks for keeping me around.
It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan?
Well, hey,
Burnt away
at least
that
you're able to recognize that Trump's a garbage human
From
being.
the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now.
Great, one
And though
wooden
Findan
beam, please.
Never set eyes on his dear sister again. I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Down. Okay, so we have ravens now. So I assume we're going to be able to see ravens from up here somewhere. Oh, I have to go back over to there and walk up the middle, I think. This game is gorgeous, I agree, the miss. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Leecher. You give a bare bones recap of the storyline. We are someone diving into the pits of hell to bring our lost husband back to life, or to bargain to bring him back to life. The media is interested in both sidesing us to death, the Shining Dragon. That's why you heard about Hillary's emails 12,000 times in 2016, but you heard about each individual Trump scandal a minimal amount. The Democrats have a lot of shitty things about them, but they're just like not even remotely comparable to Trump on average. Gotta like jump down here, I think? No, maybe? No, it doesn't look like I can walk up that way. I need to find a way to look at the symbols and line them up to the door that involve looking through here. Do I have to go back through again now? And maybe go this way? So let's take a look. So this looks like this. Whereas right now... Wait, is it the same? Hell, 1L from Norse mythology is a place for the disgraced dead. Okay. This is on PC. Yeah, I'm playing on PC right now, Richard. It's on Steam and Xbox Game Pass. At the very least. I think I need to, like, get up into this nest. On Switch? I'd be impressed if this was on the Switch. I feel like the graphics would kill that unit. Huh. Must have to. This is the only. Is this the only door in here, or did I miss one? Oh, it is on the Switch? Really? That's impressive. I guess it runs pretty well on PC. You missed the illusion door on the other side they created the wood beam. How do I get back over there now, though? This isn't doing anything for me now, right? Did I mess it up? Are we bugged or am I missing something? Because this door is supposed to change something when we look through it, right? It's currently not. Okay, it is. So there's the tree. No, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It is. I was missing the tree. It's been really good, Fox. Creepy in good ways. Good, amazing sound design overall. The combat is superb. We have to get rid of this log in the middle so we can get up on the nest to finish the puzzle, right? Is basically what it is. Okay, there's another door over here. Okay, and now once I go through this, I can go up the tree from the other side. Okay. I had to go through there to go across the beam to knock this down and then go back up and through it again so I could go up this way. And for those that are just joining us, going through the doors changes the landscape like you're stepping through an illusion or an alternate reality. So this act wasn't accessible without going through that door.
The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
My brain's always confused as 5D chess. 5D chess is going to be on the voting to bring back next week.
Are you too? Where are we? I remember. didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the
It's a shame you only get one vote. Tier 2 and Tier 3 subs actually get extra votes. As an FYI.
But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too.
Alright, I can't. Is something attacking her? I can't tell.
Focus.
Yeah, I'm not.
Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
Remember your training.
Where's he gone? Don't give up. Don't give up.
Finish this. End it now. They've surrounded you.
Not strong enough.
Oh, yeah, get him. Come on. Oh, yeah, get him. Oh.
Go! Fight again. Spill their blood. Find a good position. But you left them behind there. Focus is growing. She can do it. It's coming back. You can do this. Focus. Focus.
Damn.
Defend yourself. You're winning.
That was definitely longer than the fire god.
Did I? It was an illusion. But not this time.
Ah.
The Mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory.
You could parry the
We're
throne
closer
blades
to
back.
defeat.
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, I haven't been using the parry a lot. Mostly dodges and jumps.
In those dark winter nights in the wilds,
We got there.
there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
The parry's important. The other boss you could not parry because all of his attacks were really heavy. Okay, that makes sense.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
Everything's a lot happier with the God of Illusion dead, chat. Funny how that works.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there. If you look for them.
Mother.
That's not creepy at all.
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galena. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Hey, thanks for dropping in, Leecher. The whole run for tonight will go up on YouTube, so if you want to catch the end of my playthrough later, you'll be able to see that tomorrow. Alright, so what's going to happen when we get out of here? Well, there's an autosave.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting?
Open
She has
the
to
gate.
open
No,
the gate.
don't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't.
She's done it.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the
hell.
dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray.
Hey,
They
Wee
can break
McGee,
you,
thanks for the 27 months of
but not
Prime. I
your
appreciate
promise.
that. Welcome back.
Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams.
Hey, thanks for the 14 months, Bill.
Now
Glad you're enjoying the
you
Rune Terror stuff.
win
Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul.
New Runeterra stuff will be up tomorrow night for the first time. We're going to be playing Hades in the morning, so the patch won't be live yet.
No!
This is psychosis, right? Because our blue paint's not there? Is that how we differentiate real versus not?
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart.
Okay.
Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Oh, it's a flashback. Okay. What's real in the first place? That's a good call.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death.
I was when she went to her village and discovered everybody was
And
dead.
you wanted to surrender, abandon to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left. The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
Oh, yeah.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Had to get the parry on. I feel like I've got the dodges good inside of the combat. Need to parry. Need to keep them in front of me. Oh yeah, come on.
Go.
Took a few hits there, but okay. Come on. Come on. Nope, not so successful there. Fuck.
There's blood.
Alright, there we go. Put him down. Feel like I need to change a control real quick here. I keep trying to block with Q. Let's do that. Q wasn't bound to anything, right? That'll make my, instead of reaching for control during combat. I need to parry better.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
For fuck's sake. Get up.
Quickly get up. She's injured. She won't make it.
So this is one we're not going to be able to parry, right? Because his attacks are heavy.
It's nearly over. Finish it. He's gone.
Oh, fucking A. Now, here's the third one come in.
Watch out.
This reminds you of Dark Souls. I've heard the word Dark Souls quite often, but that's not a game I've ever played. Is the combat similar to this? That sounds good. The dodging is similar? Alright, back to runes with much more dying. Alright. Alright, so if you're just joining us, these 3 symbols now we have to find in the terrain around us from other things that make them up. When we get close to them, they'll start to glow in the air. So we need to find the 3 runes to unlock whatever we're looking for.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Bryn.
Attack the shield out of the way, you have to use your melee attack. Now, he was blocking those two. I was throwing some ease in there, beard hug.
And is challenged by the giantess.
I think if he's off balance at the right amount, it could get in there. But I wasn't timing it correctly. Yeah, I think there might be a sprint kick that I was missing. I definitely did a sprint in their attack a couple of times, but I wasn't doing it against that guy. Okay, so something over here forms an X. If we look out, probably. Or look back. So somewhere looking. Yeah, the runes give a really interesting take on what the terrain mattering. So like we have to look around and find something makes an X out of the terrain or a shadow or the light. Yeah, interactive novel with some combat and puzzle elements feels like an accurate description for this game. It's definitely about the storytelling more so than any of the other individual like game elements, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Was this the X? Maybe? Okay, got it. Okay, so we got 2 squiggles left. Gotta look around. I'm playing it. Yeah, I have a PS5 pre-ordered, Geist Muffin. I already have the Switch set up with the capture card, so. I feel like there's an area I must be missing. There's a door over here, and this door, the way it's set up, implies that it opens from the other side, so we probably can get over there somehow. Yep. Okay. Any PS5 launch titles I'm excited about? No offhand. That was new. The focus the stairs into into existence. This feels like it could be it if I look at it from the right angle, perhaps? Yeah. Oh, is this thing gonna be... Is this thing in the middle gonna be... Oh yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn's been great. I'm planning to continue that playthrough as long as subs are continue to enjoy it. I wonder if this thing in the middle is all of them. Yeah, we come up here, all about perspective. Okay. That's clever. This game has a lot of telling about how your perspective really matters too in the puzzles, which is a nice twist / touch.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger.
Hey, Tida Crims, thanks for the prime. I really appreciate the 20 months. Be sure to leave that feedback for me on the sub survey on Friday.
Her bed is called sick bed, and her
have a good night, Beansy. I'm not going to be on too much later.
Of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
I've not, Beansy. I'm planning to send, or Fox, I'm planning to send it out on Friday. Because I don't want to spam subs with too many emails from Twitch, so I'm going to send out the vote for next week's variety segments along with the monthly sub survey on Friday morning. Maybe Thursday night, probably Thursday night after we do Undertale. There have been a lot of good ones, Fox.
The gate.
Fucking A.
It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Oh no! Oh no, our sword broke! That doesn't bode well for our heroine.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us?
Hey, Woolmaster, thanks for the 15 months of Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're staying safe out there.
Senua's nightmares. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
I think so, Landon.
The gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Dillian. It's
Not like this.
It's not.
We heard that earlier, Beard Hug.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows it's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible. Dillian.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him.
It's intense, Spicy McNicken. Thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back.
It's happening. Go towards it.
Well, we no longer have sword, so... And we're definitely injured.
There it is. Your imagination. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you.
Man,
Where are you going?
the voices are...
See,
They're all in your head, chat.
come on.
They're in my head, they're in your head, they're in our heads.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy. Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him.
Maybe there was never a sword in the first place.
He moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The range on the music's really good too. Evening Mad Wheels.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real.
Yeah, this game's got to be like crap your pants in VR.
Where is she going? What is she find? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew.
A gorgeous,
Dance
beautiful.
with it, just like he does.
With a great music riff.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me?
Hey, Godsire, thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you.
Yeah, I
before
agree,
you have a
Crazy
chance
Duck.
to make sense of it, and darkness becomes a part of who.
I suppose when you don't have to animate a ton of humans, you could spend a lot of time making the one realistic.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let
But I
him
feel like it's been
go.
really good, Bushies. Definitely going to be on the survey to vote for again next week.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
Would not mind finishing it.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up!
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
This feels like a first-person tour into schizophrenia, and that means the game's doing what it was intended to do. It's supposed to showcase and feel like that. Be inside the character. Apparently they worked with a number of mental health professionals, as well as people who suffer from delusions, to try and get the character exactly right.
Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here.
They did a stellar job with it.
You won't survive.
You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's empty. It's coming from there. And there. Look, where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua.
Hey, evening, Quick Johnny. Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I put 3 hours on the schedule, but the games that I like usually turn into like 3.5, 4-hour sessions.
Odin and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge grammar by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it.
Alright, so there's... Alright, so we got each of these.
That sword.
Go to the shard. Find the shards.
We're about halfway right now. I meant to ask that. It's probably a good place to break then. We're a little over 3 hours. It'll give me... My hands are starting to get a little sore too for using the keyboard and mouse. I'll hopefully have my Pro Controller hooked up for next time when we do this. This is a good place to break. Yeah, I think this... Okay, so... It just auto-saved after that, right? So I can just exit here. I don't see a save button in here. Yeah, it should have saved. All right, sweet. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. If you're someone that new that happened into the stream this evening, thanks for dropping by and checking out the content. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here 6 nights a week, Monday. I'm here Tuesday through Sunday. I take Mondays off doing variety stuff for the most part. I also stream various card games in the mornings. We've been focusing on Legends of Runeterra for that. Tomorrow morning, my schedule's a little bit weird this week because the card game I play is having a set release tomorrow, so we're actually going to be doing Hades tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night we're going to play some Legends of Runeterra. Thursday, we're going to be starting Undertale. And then Friday, we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. And Saturday, we'll be continuing our playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. And then next week, which variety games we play on which nights will get determined by what my subscribers vote for in the survey that I send out on Friday. I let folks vote on games that we've been playing, and 4 come back each week, and we try 2 more. And the ones they like, we do full playthroughs of. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Remember to stay safe out there wherever you're at in the world. If you missed any of the session as well, everything's going to go up on my YouTube channel so you can watch it start to finish through my playthroughs and check out other playthroughs of things I've done there.